Hi. So this is my book review for this book. It's called Building Influence for the School Librarian, Tenets, Targets, and Tactics. It's by Gary Hartzell. I'll get more about the author later. This book was really, honestly, a big surprise to me, and how much I know that I'm going to use what is taught in this book. It includes questionnaires for you professionally, and asks for your personal thoughts before you even start reading the book. And it sets you in the right mindset to be thinking about what kind of influence that you have in your school library. One of the biggest pieces of this, like I said, was the tests, but also the way that the author goes about speaking about influence is really interesting. He talks about specifically building relationships and how that impacts what happens in your library and what kinds of things you can do. He speaks a lot about making sure that you're connecting with teachers, with curriculum, with the people in the building, with the assistants, with the principals, with everybody, to make sure that you are seen as someone who is influential to the building by just being there. And that's a great way to think about this. Something that I could take away from it, that I could say, you could really take away from this, again, is just building relationships that really last in your school, and thinking about those kinds of things. I feel like this book is also really great for librarians who feel they don't have enough funding, or that they feel like they need something extra, or they'd like to start a new program. It's a great way to talk you into building those kinds of things up. And like I said, it goes over all the different kinds of relationships between you and principals and students and parents and all those different kinds of things. The author is Gary Hartzell. Like I said, he is amazing. He is a professor at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and he is a master's and doctoral student for education, and to prepare people to be district level administrators, which is really why this book is so interesting, I think, because it's written from the perspective of someone who is teaching these administrators. And so he's telling you pretty much the tools of what they're looking for in people to see that they're influential in their libraries in a very constructive way. He wrote a lot of articles, so I would suggest even looking him up and to see different kinds of things about him before you read his book. But I highly recommend this book, especially for people that seem like they're a little bit iffy on what to do to kind of make sure that they hold good relationships and why those relationships are important. So